Now, in that first year to 2 years out of Harvard, what was your day to day like? Did you move home for a little bit? Did you stay in the city, or were you on like an 18-hour a day hustle at the time?
Yeah, it's funny. The early days of Whoop, I probably had a lifestyle that was pretty inconsistent with a lot of what we preach today around balance and around healthy behaviors. And two co-founders, John Capiloupo and Aurelian Nicolai. John actually dropped out of Harvard to start Whoop, and Aurelian was a really talented mechanical engineer who graduated my class. And so the three of us started working out of the Harvard Innovation Lab summer of 2012. John and I were actually living together. Aurelian was living right by the iLab.
Whereabouts?
This is the Harvard Innovation Lab. So
No,
I was living.
Where were you living?
I was living in Coolidge Corner. John and I were in Coolidge Corner, and we would commute every day to the iLab. And we went there 6 or 7 days a week, and we're probably working 12 to 15 hours a day. And it was really the only thing, and it was really the only thing that we were doing. And we had other people sort of float in and out of the business in those very early days, like that summer and then even fall of 2012. But really it was the three of us. And I think over time, as we were able to build prototypes, as we were able to attract a little bit of capital, I'm talking a few $100,000, we were able to broaden the team a little bit. We were really focused on technology development. And in those early days, I think it's worth just stating for a second why Whoop exists. And for me, it was really feeling like I didn't know what I was doing to my body while I was training as an athlete. So I was captain of the Harvard squash team, and I felt like I didn't know what I was doing to my body while I was training. I was someone who used to overtrain. Other athletes will get injured, or they'll undertrain, or they'll misinterpret fitness peaks. They won't understand sleep or recovery. So I got very interested in physiology, and I read something like 500 medical papers while I was in school. And that research led me to writing a physiology paper that ultimately became the business plan for Whoop, which was how do you continuously understand the human body. And one of the core things that I believed then that I would say has now turned out to be true is that sleep and recovery are more important to performance than exercise. Most businesses are founded on a contrarian idea that later turns out to be right. Ours was that sleep and recovery were the future of health. And at the time, everyone thought the most important thing was how much you could exercise. We'd kind of gotten to the tipping point of more is more. It wasn't just, can you do a 2 a day? It was, can you do a 3 a day? It was train. And it was big focus on exercise. And the more research I did, the more I realized that it was actually all about balance. And in fact, if you could be recovering faster, that's what would make you a more effective athlete and even a more effective human. And I give you all of that background because it also explains our technology focus. A lot of investors who we met said, oh, you should, just pair with other hardware. You shouldn't make your own hardware. And this was recurring feedback over and over again. Oh, just pair with chest straps, pair with Fitbits. But what they didn't understand was that actually the technology did not exist. The hardware did not exist to measure the things that we thought were important for this future that we envisioned. And we needed to be able to accurately measure sleep. We needed to accurately measure heart rate variability. And there weren't any products on the market. And so we literally built the first products that could accurately measure these statistics. And those early days were all about really hardcore engineering development.
Present